What's up guys, Nick here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my October 2022 dividend income. And as you can see, the passive income portfolio is at $46,430.43. And in the month of October, I received 11 paychecks, which is actually a really low number. I'm usually getting 6 or 7 more than that, around 17 to 20 paychecks. Let's look at my dividend income. So on October 3rd, I received $4.36 from ADP, and ADP just recently increased their dividend by a whopping 20%. That is one of the largest dividend increases I've ever had for one of my stocks, and especially for what we've had a bad year in the stock market with every major index in a bear market. But if we look at ADP, I have a little over $1,000 in it. As you can see, my total return is 78%. I've got a market gain of over $400. So this is actually one of my best performing stocks. And I have 4.18 shares at an average price of $144.16. Now moving on to October 6th, I received a $30.26 dividend from JEPI, which puts me at $34.62 for the month. And now going to JEPI, I am at a total loss of 4.18% with a market loss of $330.75. However, the earned dividends is close to break even. If JEPI stays flat for the next 2 to 3 months, I'll be at break even. But overall, I really enjoy JEPI stock. I have just under $3,400 at 62.92 shares for an average share price of $59.18. And now moving on to the next stock, on October 7th, I received $8.02 from Merck. This puts me at $42.64 for the month of October. And if we go over to Merck, I have a little under $1,200, and this is another great high performing stock, 47% total return, market gain of $270. That's looking really solid. And of course, the dividends that I'm earning are also good. It looks like I have 11.61 shares at an average price of $73.69. And going up to October 11th, I have Mo Altria Group, and I received $22.13. And this is after their most recent dividend increase, which I want to say was around 4.6%. And so that puts me at $64.77 for the month. If we go to Mo, they're also doing pretty well on market gain, up almost $72. Total return is great with the earned dividends being over 180 bucks. That's just, they have a huge dividend yield. If I scroll down real quick, 7.93%. And they just keep paying the dividend and keep increasing it. So I definitely love this stock, Altria Group. Little over 1K with 23.54 shares at an average price of $42.17. And then on October 14th, I received two dividends, $27.36 from BXMT and $6.54 from O Realty Income Group. If we go over to Blackstone, this used to be one of my highest performing stocks, but as you can see, my market gain right now is $8. However, the earned dividends is really high. And Blackstone Mortgage Trust, BXMT, I consider this one of my riskiest stocks. However, so far, it's still performing well, and they've never cut their dividend, which is fine with me. And I have just under $1,100 invested with them at 44.12 shares at an average price of $24.15. Oh, and next up was Realty Income Corp. I have just under $1,700. Now, my total return is really good Once again, market gain just $8. So O is not doing too well. However, their dividend yield is looking really nice. It's at 4.66%. Whereas when at its highs, O Realty had like a 3% dividend. But this is definitely, I would buy more O stock if I wasn't already overloaded on my real estate pie. So I have 26.37 shares at an average price of $62.78. Now, if I go back to my dividend income on October 17th, I received 2 dividends from FRT, $12.24, and Stag, $5.32. So if we look at FRT, this is actually, again, another high-performing stock, one that I honestly did not expect to perform so well, but as you can see, that total return, 61%, market gain of 299, almost $300, and significant dividends, over 100 bucks. And I have almost 1,150 bucks invested with them at shares of 11.33 shares at an average price of $74.40. And wow, their dividend is actually over 4%. I always thought their dividend was around the 2% mark, but that's actually, FRT is looking like a great buy too right now. Now, if we go to Stag, you can see I have around 1350, and my total return is 11.57%. Most of that, all of it, is dividends. I'm down on this stock, and which is pretty crazy to consider that I bought Stag during the lows of 2020. If we look, I bought it first started buying it in April 15th of 2020. So to be down on this stock, that means it had to drop a long way. However, just like O Realty, they have a solid dividend, 4.61%. And I have 43.69 shares at an average price of $31.35. This is another stock, Stag, that I would like to put a lot more money into. Then now and after FRT and Stag, that puts me at $116.23 for the month, which is pretty good being at the 17th. But then I would go a long time without receiving another dividend until October 31st, where I received 3. My second dividend from BST of $25.01, $21.75 from Good, and $7.68 from LTC. This put me at $170.67 for the month of October. And let's go check out these stocks. As you can see, BST, I have a little less than $3,000. The market gain is not looking good at minus $600. And my total return is negative 15.5%. So not looking too good on the capital gains part, really capital loss. However, BlackRock is currently doing what I want it to do, which is just give me a consistent monthly dividend. And these BlackRock, the reason I bought this stock is because they have qualified dividends, which is a lower tax rate. So that's another benefit despite their high expense ratio. And I have a little over 100 shares at an average price of $35.63. So they're not down too bad. And I believe in the future, this is going to be one of my higher performing stocks as far as capital appreciation goes and dividend growth. And I am still waiting for them to increase their dividend for this year. So I hope it happens either November or December. But next up is Good, our Gladstone Commercial Corp, at $3,000. And I'm actually down on this stock quite a bit, minus $154. However, those earned dividends are looking pretty awesome, almost 500 bucks. And Good is another stock that I bought during the lows of the pandemic. So I'm surprised to actually see that I'm at a market loss on this stock. but it's probably most likely due to my average share price of $18.45. When I first bought good, it was around $13, $14. And this has been a great, consistent monthly payer for me. And I own 173.46 shares. And last up is LTC Properties. I have about $1,500 invested with them. And I'm actually shocked to see that I have a market gain on LTC. For the majority of the time that I've owned LTC, I've had a market loss. So it's really nice to see that in the green. And as well, the earned dividends are very nice from LTC as well. And I have 40.40 shares at an average price of $36.23. And once again, that dividend yield is looking really good. Let me go to the real estate pie real quick. For the longest time, I guess it doesn't show the dividend income on the pie. So I'm going to go over here to my real estate pie. As you can see, my dividend yield for my REITs right here is almost 6.4%. For the longest time, it was at 5%. And I just remember looking at that and thinking, wow, the dividend yield for these stocks is so low when usually it's around this point, 6.4 to 7% when the market is down. And that's really when I want to start buying more real estate stocks, is when we get to this point. But so now let's go over my dividend growth chart. As you guys can see, for the month of October, $170.67. And if I get rid of November, you can see that at the end of the 10th month of the year, I'm at $1,926.10, which is 35.5% higher income than the previous year, which is great to see. And then if we look at this number right here, the 10.13%, so I spent $1,683.97. So I divide that by my dividend income, and my dividends would have paid for 10.13% of my expenses, which is nice. If I can get over 10% of my expenses paid for with my dividends, I think I'm doing pretty well. And then this number, the $1.07, if the dividend income was my only income, then I would earn $1.07 an hour. And then this number here, the 192, that's taking the first 10 months of the year, dividing it by 10, and you'll see my average dividend income for the first 10 months of the year is $192.61. And of course, my goal for this year was to get $200 a month. If BST increases their dividend by at least 3 cents, I'll get an extra $3 a month, and I believe I will hit my goal of $200 a month. But if not, I believe by the end of the first quarter of 2023, I will have hit my goal, which is fine with me. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more investing content. And go ahead and check out my links down below. I have the must-read investing books, and you can get M1 Finance free $10, and they're giving 2.5% in their checking for any cash you leave in there. And then, of course, get your free stocks from Webull, and I will see you guys next time.